Hello everybody, and welcome back to episode 7 of Techopolis. I am really glad you are enjoying the videos. Each video has like 4,000 views, besides the first episode, which has an amazing 8,000. So thank you so much for all the support and all the love in the comments and the likes and everything. Thank you very much. I have discovered an amazing thing in between episodes, and that is Tinker's Armor. I totally forgot that this is in the pack, and Traveler's Armor is super easy to make, so I have tinkered with it a little bit, and let's go see what it can do. The goggles have magnetic, which basically means that I don't need the magnet upgrade for my backpack anymore, and items will get magneted directly into my inventory, which works like a magnet, and it's great. The only bad part is I can't turn it off, so we'll see if we have to drop some items in the world. Then it's going to become a problem, but I don't think we will, hopefully, in this pack, so we'll see. And the other thing that is on it there is zoom, which basically means that I can zoom. I think sneak, and I put it on C, so I can zoom, which is cool. On the vest, though, I put on some redstone, which gives us haste, and also I put the magnetic. I don't know if the magnetic stacks from all of the armors, but I put it on everything. I think it's better, I'm not sure. So on the pants, I also put some redstone, which puts you at speedy 1, and I don't know if I can put, it's speedy 1. Can I put more redstone on this? I can put more speedy on it. And I have, that was the last upgrade slot, I think. Yeah, you need at least another upgrade. There's a thing where I can trade an ability for an upgrade, but let's see, is this? I can be faster. Faster's gonna be better. Yeah, let's trade an ability for an upgrade. I think I can do that. We can add a golden apple to the armor, and that's going to give it Gilded 1, which trades an ability slot for 2 upgrade slots. So I assume that we can put on more redstone then. Speedy 3. Okay, let's see. Pretty good. I think I'll go 1 more. Yeah, 1 more is going to be decent, I think. And it's not going to be too quick. I wonder how it is while flying. It's still okay. Okay. 1 more I think is good. We can't go 1 more. Okay, cool. Speedy 3 it is. And as far as the boots go, we just have magnetic 1, because there isn't anything other than that I would want on the boots right now. There are many more upgrades for everything. If you look at uses, there's like 33 pages of upgrades, so I'm not gonna go through all of these, but maybe the one thing that I would add is light speed, which if we need to even move faster, we can add that to the boots. I think you can only add it to the boots. Yeah. But we need glowstone for that, which we don't have yet, so later. Nicholas Allen commented that we should play around more with the upgrades for the backpack, which is now a diamond backpack. So let's go check out a few that I made. The first upgrade that we have is the advanced feeding upgrade, which will automatically feed us steak, which is over here in this bottom slot. And as you can see, it stacks to more than 64, which is due to this stack upgrade tier 3, which required a bunch of diamonds, a bunch of gold, and a bunch of iron, and it basically allows that the items in a slot can stack to more than 64. I think the first one doubles it, and then it's 4, and then 8, possibly, or something like that. Yeah, by 8. So 8 times 64 would fit into 1 slot, which I think is 512, if I'm not wrong. So the feeding upgrade can also have a few different settings here to set when it feeds you, basically. And I have it set to only feed when I'm hungry enough to only waste half the hunger points. You could have it set to not waste any hunger points or to waste quite a few hunger points. So I have it in the middle. And then here you can set it to do not consider health, ignores player's health, that only feeds based on hunger settings. And I have it set to feed me immediately when I get hurt. So if I run into lava, which I have been doing around the base, where I have all my thermo generators, I got hurt a bunch. The next thing I added is the auto smelting upgrade, which will use this coal coke that I still have left over from the coke oven before, and we can auto smelt stuff in here if we wanted to. You can just toss it in and it's gonna process it. And I think it also puts it directly back into the backpack. I haven't really tried it because I've been mostly using that redstone furnace over there, but we have it here for when we need it, I guess. If we're not really gonna use it, we can actually get rid of it. It doesn't really matter. The big one that I added, though, was Stonecutter. I've been using the Stonecutter to make a bunch of all of these blocks, the pillars and the chiseled ones and all of that, and all the stairs and everything. And I had a Stonecutter right here, so if I was at a different point of the base. I had to run over here, make a few more blocks, and that way I can just make it directly in my inventory, which is a little bit easier. I have also added a few more miners in here in between episodes. So we have marble now, which is that 115k marble that it farmed? I thought it was 11.5. Well, marble's super quick to mine, I guess. Oh, I put the stone miner upgrades in here. That's why we have 115k marble. Okay. I was like, how is it super quick other than the other ones? Also, I did add a few mods that would increase the performance, and they do increase the performance. The only problem is that sometimes my drawers become invisible, or the items in the drawers become invisible, which is a little bit of a bummer. I might look through the mods of which one is causing this, or if there's a setting that I can change, and maybe I can figure it out. But mostly if I relog, yeah, there we go. Once we relogged, it's all good. So it is a bit weird, but yeah, it is what it is. And over here on the other side, I added some voidstone, which we can use for building. And then here I added obsidian, which is great. We have 20,000 of it. And obsidian, firstly, can be gotten with the fluid crafter with aqua bricks and lava. But once you have enough and you get to a miner tier 4, you can set up a regular miner with the 27 obsidian like we've been doing for all of the other blocks. So a 3x3 of obsidian. And I have in the back here a 5x5 obsidian. So I basically sneaked in the bronze blocks that you can do to get the tier 2 of the miner kind of layout. So basically the one that uses, I think, 20 RF per tick, something like that. Actually, it's this guy, the 5 FE per tick one with the 4 mechanism bronze and 32 obsidian. So it fits in the 5x5 area pretty much. And also we have terracotta and netherrack, which we are storing now up here. And netherrack, I showed how to get in the last episode. The recipe is in a mechanical drying basin, magma blocks. So I grew some more of those slime trees to get more slime balls. And then I also used slime balls in the mob duplicator because I had a bunch of mob essence. So I got a bunch of slime that way and converted it with some blaze powder, which we also have from blaze rods from the mob duplicator. So that's pretty cool. We have netherrack, we have obsidian, terracotta, all of the good stuff. And all of the slots are filled, which is great. I totally just remembered that the Traveler's Vest with haste can be increased to hastier, and it can go all the way up to 5 more. So we're gonna add the second tier, and then we can also add more upgrades. With Writable, we get another upgrade, and also with a head, we get a secondary upgrade. So we can basically go up to layer 4, I believe, this way. And now we need another upgrade slot, which I will do again, the golden apple, to trade an ability for an upgrade, because I don't think we're going to need an ability on the chest. And these are super easy to make if we need to upgrade it. And that is the level 5 of haste. And we're going to see how fast we can mine blocks. I also made 3 more zombie heads and 3 books and quills. And the zombie heads you can get from here for 50 tech bucks. And we're going to toss everything on our goggles and everything to get more upgrades. And while we're on the topic of upgrades, we can add all of these to our tools as well to get more upgrade slots. And we're going to see if we can put even more redstone now. We can. Okay, neat. So we can make the pickaxe even faster. And that is maximum redstone that we can do. I also made some silky cloth with some rose gold, which we can make in the induction smelter now, but I made it in the alloy kiln like ages ago, I think. And we can add silky cloth to get silk touch on our tools. Well, silky, mine blocks drop themselves instead of the usual items. And I don't know if we should add it to our axe. I don't think we're ever gonna need it on the axe. I don't know. Maybe we could add fortune. I don't know. With our super hasty chestplate and super hasty tools, we can now instant mine these blocks. Skystone, very quick. Sheeted wood, almost instant mine, but it's much quicker. The big thing that I want to try is something from custom machinery. Let's say this guy. It's still slow, but at least it's quite a bit faster than before. And down here, I have moved our water generator, which is the aqueous accumulator. And if we go down below, I just have a fluid cell pulling the water directly out of it and then pushing it into an ender tank. And we can easily sneak in a storage bus right there on the fluid cell, and we can keep those liquids in the system. And then I have lava on the other side, which I had to get a little bit creative with because the lava thing requires power. So I used XNet to transfer everything around. And we're basically transferring the lava into the side of the magmatic dynamo because it can't accept it from the front. That's why you have this extra connector over here. And we're also transferring the lava into the fluid cell and then pushing it into the ender tank. And again, we have space here on the side so we can add a storage bus later on. But the controller over here is basically very simple. We have first one for energy, which we extract out of the dynamo and insert into the custom machinery block in the middle, which is the fluid absorber. Then we have two fluid channels, one to transfer lava from the fluid cell into the magmatic dynamo, which is this connector over here. And the other one is to transfer lava from the custom machinery block in the middle into the lava fluid cell. As you probably saw in the intro, we have a few more stairs over here, and I have started to lay out a little bit of building, and I think I have a good enough idea of how I want this next room to look like. So it's time for a time lapse. Not only that we have one room, but we have another one. And I kind of messed up with the time lapse and I only recorded the first part properly. The second part, I paused it in between and forgot to resume it. So there's only like 2 minutes of the time lapse, which is not really anything to show. So we have two rooms. And in the second one here, I've already started adding in automation. Mainly the first thing that we needed was bronze for the basic Technium ingots. And it's super simple to automate this. You have an export bus with, you have to have a capacity card for copper and tin. And you then have a level emitter for 2000 bronze and then a storage bus down below. And the induction smelter can push and pull from the top and bottom. And it has to be high redstone signal. And that's it. And we're going to pretty much do the same for Signalum, Constantan, Invar, Electrum, and all the other things that we need to automate with induction smelters, plus extra spots for other things that we need to automate. While I was making more induction smelters for more of our alloy processing, I ran out of quartz enriched iron, for which I decided to throw together a little bit of automation right over here. We have some nether quartz being exported into the drawer up top, and they're put into a magma crucible, which then melts it into 250,000 millibuckets of molten quartz that is going to keep in the storage cell. And we then also use iron and combine it with said quartz, which you don't see in here, but you can see up top. And it makes quartz enriched iron. So let's check out the automation in the back. Firstly, let's do the applied energistics automation. We have two export buses, one for quartz, one for iron. And then we have two level emitters to control when the machine turns on or off. And this guy has to turn on with redstone signal. So we have this guy set to emit when levels are below 250,000 millibuckets. And this guy, on the other hand, when we have more than 2000 quartz enriched iron in the system, it's going to give it a redstone signal so it pauses the machine. And then we also have two storage buses. One is fluid for the quartz and one is regular for the quartz enriched iron. The XNet portion of here is to transfer power and items from this drawer down to the machine and then from the machine to the drawer. And basically we have to use a little bit more power because the magma crucible by default already uses 80 RF per tick. And I have it set, I think, to 160 because of this guy. Yeah, it scales it by 2. So this Stirling Dynamo has enough power to run both of these machines properly. And at some point, this is just going to be a flux point. Like all the other things that we have, like all those thermo generators are probably going to be flux points at some point. So the controller here has a channel for power, and we extract it out of the dynamo into all of the machines that require power, which is the crafter, the crucible, and the controller. And then we extract the items from the top drawer down into the machine, and then from the machine down into the drawer. And that's very simple. We now have a little bit of an elevator here in the middle, not to go down, but to go up to another room where we're going to automate all of the Technium ingots. We have a total of 7, and you can't make that into a nice square room, so I'm going to put 8 slots, and we're going to figure out what we're going to do with the 8th slot that is going to be left, but we're just going to go in a circle and keep on adding all of the Technium ingots to these slots. And we're going to start off today with the basic Technium, for which we have all of the items already automated. We begin with a rainy explanation of basic Technium. So if you look over here, we have 3 drawers of 2 items, and those are the 6 items that we need to make the basic Technium. And then we have a resource combiner, which combines those 6 ingredients and makes the Technium ingots. So in the back, if we look at our system, it's basically the same thing for every custom machinery block so far. We need XNet and applied logistics. XNet for transferring power and items from the drawers up top to the drawer down below via the machine, basically. So drawer up top, machine, machine, drawer. And as simple as that. Over here, we just power item from the machine, from the drawer to the machine, and then from the machine to the drawer. Super simple. It's going to be very repetitive going on forward, so I might not be showing each and every controller. So as far as applied logistics is concerned, we have a level emitter here on the side for 250 basic Technium ingots, and then it's going to emit when levels are above, and it's going to turn the machine off. So we're basically going to be left off with like 251 basic Technium, so we could potentially, hold on, let's do 249, right? So it's going to go to 250, and then it's going to turn off the machine, I think. And then up top here, we have an export bus with a whole bunch of items in it, with 2 capacity cards that we need, because the first one unlocks these 4 slots, and then the second one unlocks these 4 slots. And then we have an acceleration card to speed up the export, plus I have it set to round robin mode, which is going to go a little bit of seared brick, a little bit of treated wood, a little bit of lapis, and so forth, and then again in a circle. If you have it set to the regular mode, the first one, it exports all of the seared brick, all of the treated wood, all the lapis. And this way we never run out of items. I think it really isn't a problem if you have an acceleration card, but set it to round robin if you have an issue. Then over here on this side, we export with a fluid export bus a little bit of water. And I'm going to get to how I have water in the applied logistics system. Bear with me. And then we have a storage bus here down below, and also an export bus for some lapis to the lapidary dynamo. And I think we should be fine on generation for lapis. Plus, if we run out, we have that entire stack of lapis building up in the drawer down here, which has 155,000 lapis so far. And as far as the power, we're using 100% here and then almost 100% over here on this side. So we still have a full lapidary dynamo of leeway. And I think we're going to get to power reactors fairly quickly here, so it should be fine. So you may see that we have a cable going down here. And also this has been moved a little bit from over here to here. And it's a little bit different colored because I want to keep on with the theme with the elevator, so it kind of fits. And down here, we have a storage bus for fluids, for the fluid cell. And we have an in and out, even though the in is probably not necessary because we're only going to be extracting lava. And we have the same thing for water over here on this side. I'm currently using the backpack to smelt stuff, and it's making furnace noises and furnace particles. I totally didn't know that that was a thing. I was wondering what the particles were following me when I was walking around, and that was super weird, and now I know. And sadly, I have run out of time for today's episode, so I want to thank you all so much for watching. I am really hoping you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, and also you can subscribe to get notified of when new videos go live, and I will see you all in the next episode. Have a good one. Bye-bye.